It's up to you as Nancy Drew.
Howdy there, Nancy Drew Clue crew. My name is Michael Gray, and today I am playing Nancy Drew Secret of Shadow Ranch. So I just finished with Chapter 4, which means I have this Unlockables challenge again. Let's try it. Dry Creek. Dry. Cry. And Cree. No. Dur. No, not sir. Dur. Ah, man. You're gonna pay for that, red-eyed Bart. Okay, what about Ray? Okay, well, the, only vowel I have to work with is E. Red. That's it. Y is sometimes a vowel, but usually not. In the case of dry, yes it is. Okay, nuts. Knits. You. No. Soup. Okay, so I need two more four-letter words. Nons. Nanu. Noun. And pint. Having trouble touching these things. It's because I'm using two fingers, rather than just one. Is that something people do when they're using their iPads? I'm not sure. Do you always use, like, your pointer finger? I sometimes use my thumb. Oh, these are five-letter words. Okay. Sol. Salve. Dollar and silver. Alrighty. Old tuning fork. Fork. Okay, this could be tough. Noun, we had that earlier. Tour is not a word. Turk? Yes. Okay, five-letter word here. Twang, no. Trunk. Alright. Yeah, what was the point of the tuning fork in that chapter? Nancy got a tuning fork, but then she never really used it. Dust. Bust, like in the previous video, Nancy busted the criminals. Slum. Oh, come on. Okay, slums, how's that? Actually, hold on a second. I can just do this. Yes, that's a good trick. Just put S at the end of the noun in order to get a brand new word. Ooh, this could be a bit more difficult. Meat. And of course, meat. Wait, no. Heat. Okay, that is not difficult. Wow, alright. And red penknife. We have two N's. Peen? Oh, I didn't know that was a word. I've heard of preen, which is what birds do. I don't know what that word is. Pain? No, pain is spelled with an A. Keen, like keen senses. Alrighty. Okay, we got all the collectibles, and we get Coronado's sword. Ooh, fancy picture here. Nancy and her two friends decide one warm morning to take a ride up to Pinecone Peak. After a picnic of cold fried chicken, spinach salad, and lemon bars for dessert, they begin their way back to Shadow Ranch. Midway down the mountain, Beth stops her horse. "Hey, look! Dave's down there!" She points at two figures on horseback, making their way up a gulch far below. The two riders stop to consult a large, ancient-looking piece of parchment. "Who's he with?" George squints at the second figure. "Is that Eunice?" "Sure is," Nancy says thoughtfully. Beth starts to call out to them. "Hey, Dave! Eunice! Why are you sneaking off together? Are you secret boyfriend and girlfriend?" "No, don't!" Nancy whispers. "We don't want to ruin their relationship. I mean, let's see what they're up to." The girls slowly descend the peak, careful to stay out of sight and follow Dave and Eunice, who continue to plod up the dry, rocky arroyo. Eventually, the girls come upon two horses tied to a tree just above the gulch. "There's their horses," George puzzles, "but where are Dave and Eunice?" Listening, the girls hear faint voices. "Oh, Eunice, I swear you're the prettiest cowgirl I ever met." "Oh, Dave, I swear your hat is really cool looking and stuff." They tie their horses. The girls tie their horses. I'm being ridiculous here. The girls hear faint voices, so they tie their horses near the others, then silently follow the voices up the wooded hillside. In a small clearing, Dave and Eunice are digging a hole at the base of a boulder. As the girls watch, Eunice's shovel suddenly thunks into something hollow. "You hear that?" she cries triumphantly. "What'd I tell you?" She and Dave dig a little more, then drop to their knees, and reaching into the hole, haul up a small wooden box. Eunice pries it open. Inside is a burlap bag, dusty and frail. She looks at Dave momentously, then undoes the tie string. The bag falls away, revealing a tarnished sword. Its ornate golden handle glistens with red, blue, and green jewels. Eunice fairly dances with joy as she shows Dave the sword. "I told you that map was for real! I told you! And now I'm rich!" Then a voice comes out of nowhere. "The problem is..." Startled, they whirl around to find Nancy, Bess, and George walking calmly towards them. "I'm pretty sure this is Shadow Ranch property," Nancy continues, "which means if that thing is valuable, it belongs to the Rowleys." Dave smiles. "Well, don't worry. More'n likely it ain't worth a plug nickel. Eunice is always falling for some fool scam or nother." "Not this time," the cowgirl declares, slapping the piece of parchment Dave has tucked into his shirt. Wait. So Dave has it tucked into his shirt and she slaps it anyway? Ouch! Ouch! That would hurt Dave. "This here's a treasure map drawn up by Coronado hisself." "Coronado? As in the Spanish conquistador?" Nancy inquires. "That's the one. And this here's his sword. I know that for a fact, 'cause right here's his signature." Eunice points to something inscribed on the edge of the sword near its handle. The group bends over for a closer look. "Says Coronado, all right," Bess confirms. "But what does the rest of the inscription say?" George wonders. "It's in Spanish," Nancy relates. "It says, dedicated to the Friar Marcos de Niza by Francisco Vasquez de Coronado in the year 1541 in the state of Arizona." "You see, the fella I bought that map from was telling the truth. This here sword's worth a fortune, and it's all mine." Eunice's eyes narrow as she glares at Nancy. "Finders keepers." Nancy shrugs apologetically. "Go ahead and keep it, because I'm afraid you got duped again, Eunice. That sword's a fake." So how do you know the sword's a fake? The clue is here on this page. I'm going to give you guys some time to figure it out yourselves. Okay, here's the clue. Oh, I have to go through the entire thing again? The year 1541 in the state of Arizona. That's your clue, which proves the sword is fake. The inscription on the sword was dated 1541, yet it referred to the state of Arizona, Nancy explains. "So?" Eunice demands. "So there was no such thing as the state of Arizona. In fact, there was no such thing as the United States back then. This was That was 50 years before the Pilgrims landed, and 200 years before the American Revolution. Eunice absorbs this and slowly deflates. But this sword has got to be worth something. Dave examines it and looks up with a sigh. It says manufactured by the Wickford Toy Company. Wow, you think Nancy would have used that to prove the sword was a fake, rather than the whole historical fact. Boy, I must be some kind of stupid, Eunice finally murmurs, too ashamed to look anyone in the eye. Ah, you're not stupid, Eunice, Dave says gently. In fact, I still love you! Eunice, will you marry me? Oh, no, whoa, hold on a second, that is not what happens. But I just don't know why you're always doing stuff like this. 'Cause I want to get rich, that's why. You know what you'd be doing right now if you was rich, ranching? Sure, it might be your own spread and your own cattle and your own horses instead of somebody else's, but you'd still be ranching, same as you're doing now. Am I right? Eunice considers this. Yeah, I guess. Well, see, you're rich already. So no more treasure maps, okay? Tagging along on all these wild goose chases of yours is starting to get mighty tiresome. Alright, so Eunice is already rich, in love. You know, she's doing what she loves. That's what makes her rich, you know? She's doing what she loves. I'm not trying to say that she's in love with Dave, although that could be possible. Eunice finally sighs and throws up her hands. Alright, I'm cured. No more get-rich schemes. In fact, here. She pulls the parchment map out of Dave's shirt and thrusts it into Nancy's hands. You just got yourself a souvenir. Then she turns to Dave. Now what do you say we head back and spend what's left of our time off pitching horseshoes and sipping some prickly pear soda? Sure. Dave glances at Nancy self-consciously. Unless these three gals here'd like some company. Nope, we're good, George says brightly. Go spend some time with your girlfriend. Smiling and waving, the three girls head back down the hill to their horses, quickly mount up and lope down the arroyo to the base of Pinecone Peak. Alright, so that is the end of our fun little adventure, Coronado's Sword. I don't know. Apparently, I am convinced that Dave and Eunice are desperately in love with each other. That's probably not the case, and in the next video, I will tackle chapter number 5, The Red-Eyed Mask.